Today we are going to talk all about the 360 dining experience on Princess. It is available on 2 of their ships, and today I'm going to tell you all about it. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Friday and it is May 10th of 2024. When we were recently on the Discovery Princess for the Eclipse cruise in the beginning of April, we had the lovely opportunity to experience the 360 dining experience on board that ship. It is available on the Discovery Princess and on the Enchanted Princess. Princess runs it 2 times every evening of a cruise. They do it at 5 p.m. and at 7:30 p.m. and you just make a reservation for which seating you want. It is exactly the same both times, so you won't be having a different experience one time or the other. So I think it's just important to either book what's available or book what will fit in better with your schedule. So let me tell you a few things. First of all, it costs $149 per person. It doesn't matter if you want alcohol with your dinner or not, it is $149 a person. As a side note on that, usually when Gordon and I have had a dining experience and alcohol is included, usually they just ask us what we want to drink and bring a Diet Coke. They don't really make mocktails, but they made really delicious special mocktails as part of the 360 experience. It was lovely. And so I wanted to put that out there so that you know that you will be getting, if you don't drink alcohol, it's okay. You'll have delicious beverages throughout your meal. So like I said, if you want to have this experience, it really is good if you can book it in the app before you go on your cruise. It is under Experiential Dining. Like I said, it's only on the Discovery Princess and the Enchanted Princess, and you just go in, you make a reservation. When you make your reservation, in the app it'll charge you the $149 a person at the time that you book it. It'll just go right under your credit card and then you're set. If you don't have the chance or can't figure out how to do it in the app before you go on your cruise, it's okay. On the first day that you get on board, go ahead and make reservations while you're there on board the ship, and those charges will just go on your shipboard account. Now, once you have got that booked and you're all excited for it, on the day that you are going to experience the 360, they're going to call your cabin, let you know where to meet them, and they are also going to ask if you drink alcohol, because when you arrive at the 360 experience, they are going to have a cocktail or a mocktail all ready for you. So on the Discovery Princess, and I'm thinking it's the same on the Enchanted Princess, they have a little area set off to the side of the piazza, and they'll tell you where to go, and you be there at the time that they tell you to be there. So for our dining time was at 7:30, and I believe we were supposed to be there at 6:45. Something like that. It's 6:45, 7, somewhere around there. And so we arrived on time. When you arrive, they've got a really cool themed backdrop set up, and they've got a photographer there to take your photo. It ends up being the kind of photos that you can buy if you want to. We really liked ours, so we bought ours. And they are also going to have, like I said, a mocktail or a cocktail ready for you. It's got the really cool 360 design on the top of it. The ones that were cocktails were blue. The liquid was blue, and ours that were mocktails was gold. So that was really fun. And then also, they are going to check you in for the experience and assign you a number. That number is going to determine the seat that you're going to sit in, and that is actually significant. You can't trade with anyone, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But so you just sit there, you can stand there, enjoy your drink, and be ready to go ahead and start. So when it is time to go, a violinist comes playing the violin, and you follow them, and they are playing the Love Boat theme. It's kind of fun. Now on the Discovery Princess, in order to get to the venue that they have got set aside for the 360 experience, you go through Sabatini's, and then you go through a corner of the kitchen and into that room. As you go through Sabatini's, you're following that violinist who is playing the Love Boat theme, and everybody's kind of looking if they don't know why you're going through for 360. And when you go through the corner of the kitchen there are some crew members there of the kitchen waiting to say hello, and on you go into the room. As you go in, you tell them your number, and they will show you to your seat, and you're seated there. And a couple of things really stood out to me. So let me explain how the room is set up. There is a screen that is in 360 degrees all the way around. There are 20 people who get to have the experience every time, so it's curved a little bit, so 10 people on one side, 10 people on the other. And so throughout the presentation, like you're going to be watching the video screen that's across from you. And for the most part, it's identical video. I noticed every once in a while it's a little bit different, but not significantly. So you have that going on. You'll have music, you have narration that's going on, you have an MC there to give direction throughout, facilitate things. And then also above, there are projection things up above there's lights, and they're like a projector to shine different things on the table and on your plate. So it's very interactive as far as that goes. The thing that's really cool and why you cannot trade places when you are seated is because at the very beginning with the MC there, they welcome you to that experience, and then it shines down on the table your name, welcoming you to the 360 experience. And so if you traded seats with someone, you'd have the wrong name showing. And so after that, the narrator explains the experience. A couple of special effects go with what she does there, and then they start up the film. And so let me tell you that when we very first were going to embark on that wonderful experience, they let us know that it was okay to video, you could take pictures, no restrictions on that whatsoever. I videoed some to show you, but I didn't video the whole thing at all because I wanted to really enjoy it myself, and you don't experience it quite the same when you're trying to do that. But I also want you to experience it yourself. So if you watch this with me, it is not going to take away all of the secrets. It's not going to make it so that you know everything that is going to happen the whole time. At the same time, if you don't want to even glimpse it, then you maybe don't want to watch it. Okay, so as we went ahead and got started, the MC started us off and then turned us over to the narrator, started that film, which was Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields is the narrator. She is going on a trip, and she is taking us with her as she goes between different countries. And part of the thing that makes it really special is they don't just show you some scenery from Greece and then move on and show you scenery from Italy and then move on and show you scenery from Spain and then end in France. They tie it to something or to someone special in each country. So as you go between the different countries, you just start off in Greece. So the first courses of your meal are going to be from Greece. Then you're going to be going to Italy and have food from Italy. Then you're going to be going to Spain, have food from Spain. That ends up being the main course, and then on to France for dessert. So the whole time that you are seeing everything and eating your food, sometimes when you're eating there's nothing on the screen, but for the most part there are things going on, there's music playing, it's really nice. When you are in certain venues, you're going to have the smell that goes with it. So it's completely immersive. It appeals to your sight, to your hearing, to your touch as you touch the table with the different projection things. Like you go like this and like it'll look like your plate spins. In Spain, you can tap the table and some of the images will move and everything. So it's very, you do that, you taste your food and then you smell things. So when you're on the Amalfi Coast there in the lemon groves, you're going to smell lemon. And so as you proceed through the whole experience, the narrator will tell you some things, but you'll mainly be listening to the narrator and listening to music. The really cool thing that I thought was really unique is there's nothing really like this. The closest thing that I would think would be some experiences maybe, do you remember in Epcot, I haven't been to Epcot for a while, but remember that video that they had about France and it's all the way around you? It reminded me a little bit of that, or like the 360 experience at Disney where you have like the video all the way around you. But this one includes the component of having your dinner there, and it's just a lot more to it. I don't know what else to compare this with. So if any of you have done it and can can compare it with something, let me know. But the things that really stood out to me the most were the variety of foods, how delicious the food were, and really what they tied it to. So when you arrive there, like I said, in Italy, they tie your lemon pasta to the lemon orchards there, the lemon groves, there on the Amalfi Coast. When you're in Spain, you not only have cuisine from there, but there are also people that make wine, and they are actually aging the wine in the ocean, which it was lovely. They talked about how that gives it a different taste, and so they actually have the bottles that were there in the ocean, and so everyone that drinks alcohol gets to have a glass of that wine. And every time they bring out new wine to everyone, new beverages, they bring us new mocktails. So it was really fun to try different things. And then when you end up in France, you end up in some lavender fields with people that have had those lavender fields in their family for generations, and that is what the dessert is tied to. Very lavender, very with bees, with the honey and everything that goes with all of that. So let me know what questions you've got about 360. Would I do 360 again? In a heartbeat. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't need to pay that much every time I go on a cruise for dinner, but we really enjoyed it, and I would highly recommend it. I think it's a really special experience if you're celebrating something, whether it's a birthday or an anniversary or an accomplishment like a graduation or something special in your career, but it's also really fun to do just because. It was a really lovely evening, and I will tell you, so it depends on, what your goals are for dinner that evening. It's not really something where you sit and visit with who you're with. You can, you make comments to each other like, oh, wow, or this is good, or look at that. But it is really immersive to the point that you're really not visiting with the people that you're with, but you're still having a wonderful time. One thing I do want to add, as you think of the cuisine that is served during the 360, it is absolutely excellent. It is absolutely delicious. I would say that it probably depends a lot on what you like the most as to how much you're going to enjoy that cuisine. I have had better dinners other places, but at the same time, it was really, really good. So I don't want you to go thinking you're going to have, that your cut of meat is going to be like it is at Ruth's Chris or something. But at the same time, it is really good. So I just wanted to kind of temper your expectations there. The other thing that I wanted to do here really quick is compare it just a little bit with the other experiential dining that Princess has. So we all are thinking about Spellbound an awful lot because it is just brand new there on the Sun Princess. When we were on board in March, we were able to experience the Spellbound. The dining area there was not ready yet, but it's a dining, you're going to go sit down, they're going to serve your dinner. It's not going to be the same as having, the screen like they've gotten 360 around you. So I would say that the dining experience there, and based on the menu in both places, you're going to have better dinner at 360. But you're not going to have the same experience. With Spellbound, they're going to take you from the dinner table into the venue where the experience is going to be. So to me, they are very different experiences, really different things, and I think they both have so much merit because both of them I would do again in a heartbeat. I'm really excited for when we get on the Sun Princess or the Star Princess. Well, okay, we don't know. We don't even know if the Star Princess is going to have Spellbound. I'm really excited to get on the Sun Princess again and have dinner as part of the Spellbound experience. But based on what they've got set up there, it's not going to be quite the same thing as 360, which is good. We don't want them to be the same. So just if you're kind of trying to equate those two things in your mind, they're really different. They're very different, but they both have their own merit, and I think they're both worth trying. So like I said, let me know what questions you've got. I've tried not to share everything about it, but I want you to have an idea what it is. If you're trying to decide if you should try it or not, if it's worth your money, I would say give it a try. So thank you for joining me here today, and I will see you here again tomorrow, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye.